Hello and welcome everyone. This is Harshal Desai, Assistant Editor at Express Computer, which is the IT publication by the Indian Express Group. I welcome you all to an exclusive webinar on harnessing business opportunities with AI-powered extended reality, transforming the future of enterprise. Today's session will be conducted by Mr. Kuldeep Singh. Kuldeep is Head of Extended Reality Practice and Principal Consultant at Thoughtworks Technologies India Private Limited. Before we proceed further, we will like to brief you all on the house rules. This webinar is being broadcasted live and will be available as on demand on our website. And as you see, this is an audio video webinar. We'll have poll question in between. So I request all the delegates to please participate in the same. We will have a round of question and answer towards the end of the session, and you can send in your questions using the Q&A text box, and we will address the same after the presentation is over. If you face any technical issues, please use the Q&A text box to send in your issues, and we will try to sort the same to the best of our abilities. If any of your questions are unanswered, you do not need to be worried about it. We will connect with you over email and answer the same. Let me now take a minute to introduce, and probably brief you on what the subject is. So, as most of us are aware, in the rapidly evolving landscape of technology, the convergence of artificial intelligence and extended reality is unlocking unprecedented business opportunities, right? So, this webinar explores how AI powered extended reality is transforming various industries, offering innovative solutions that enhance productivity, streamline operations, and create immersive customer experiences. So, attendees will gain insight into the practical applications of artificial intelligence and extended reality in fields such as retail, healthcare, education, and manufacturing. And we will discuss the latest trends, right? Share success stories, consideration, and provide actionable strategies for integrating these cutting edge technologies into business models. So today we will discover how AI powered extended reality can drive growth, foster innovation, and maintain a competitive edge in the digital age. So let us, welcome our speaker for today, for today's session. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kuldeep Singh. As I said, he is head of extended reality practice, principal consultant at ThoughtWorks Technologies India Private Limited. Kuldeep is a seasoned technology professional with nearly 2 decades of experience, and he has excelled in diverse roles, including software development, technology. He has been a technology director, product manager, and practice head. And as a trailblazer, he has pioneered Center of Excellences for emerging technologies like Internet of Things, AR, VR, and Web3, overseeing data projects and crafting scalable enterprise solutions. And in addition to this, his technical expertise, he's a prolific writer and speaker who actively contributes to society through mentoring and non-profit initiatives also. So he's positively impacting over 50,000 individuals worldwide. And with an unwavering passion for empowerment and innovation, uh, he stands as a distinguished thought leader in the emerging technology space. He has also authored a book titled Exploring the Metaverse, Redefining Reality in the Digital Age. So, with this, I hand this virtual dais to Kuldeep, and I'm sure we are going to have a great session today. Kuldeep, over to you.
Thanks, Harshal, for great introduction.
Yes.
Yeah. So here we start. So today we'll discuss how we reached here. Like you see human evolutions, then industrial evolutions on the screen, and then you see my book. So it's a quite a journey. So I don't say the journey ends with my book, but this is where I will be sharing you all the research I have done while writing it and what all latest going around this. So we'll start with understanding XR world, what exactly we mean by extended real world, how AI would be empowering it and giving us the additional sense of the world, and what we can do with that sense in communicating with people while working, how we can use that artificial sense, or how we can go beyond the boundaries of our physical limitations. And at the end, we will also discuss that all these things, the use cases we will be discussing, nothing will come without a cost. Everything has associated costs, side effects, we have to be aware, and what could be the way forward. So let's get into the session. But before getting into further, few days ago, I was reading about it. Someone said, okay, XR is a dumb idea. Virtual glasses, virtual reality glasses is a dumb idea. And I want to reflect on that. So if you look at the evolutions, many things were dumb idea at the start. Even controlling a cursor with a mouse and the whole world is will roam with behind the cursor on trackpad. It was a dumb idea initially. Even the web was a dumb idea. Internet. I'll show you the how media uh, covered when internet came in. Like few years, everyone was defending that internet is a bad idea, sharing across information, and that's a really bad idea because people were happy with desktop apps, using the PCs at their desk. And then another dumb idea came in was the touch screen. Many believed that it is a dumb idea, including me. I was very much favor of haptic feeling of BlackBerry touch, BlackBerry keypad, and I almost waited for 2 years to switch to a touchscreen phone because touchscreen was a dumb idea at that time. But we have seen what happened to people who believed that, yes, it's a truly dumb idea. They did not believe the potential of that. What happened to them? They are no more in that same form. Either they start believing that dumb idea is a real thing, or they just gone away from the market, no matter how strong they were in their presence and all. And now is the time of few other dumb ideas like XR, immersive experiences, and 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 other dumb ideas. If you see, yeah, this is the news I was talking. Daily Mail, this news is from December 2000. When this news came in, like, hey, internet may be just a passing fad, millions gave up. Similarly, you might have seen news around Vision Pro. People are returning Vision Pro device, Apple Vision Pro. But you see where internet is today. And after this news, 3 years after this news, this Daily Mail paper, they opened their website after 3 years of this news. Other similar dumb idea a few years ago was chatbot was a real dumb idea. It was not answering the right type of questions. But now everyone is talking about Gen AI. It come in such a way that it is trying to kill Google search. The way we are searching, it is changing. Now in our browser, there is always a tab of chatbot. So rather than searching on Google, we search on there and we get better results. And similar dumb idea, Google Glass, people say was dumb idea, but if Google Glass wasn't there, no other devices would have been there. There are 500 plus devices out there in market. They would not have been there if Google Glass wasn't experimented. Smart was once a dumb idea. People said it will not fly. Even Hyperloop, you see the transportation method, was initially thought it's a really bad idea. Same goes for Neuralink, implanting chip in the brain. or other brain-computer interface are still considered not a great idea on realization, but only time will tell what they are. It's a time for poll. We see that technology has given us many things, and technology contributed in many ways. Let's see how it has contributed. Can we have first poll, please? Yeah. You can give your poll, and that's the one choice. What is the most impacted from technology? Okay. Great. So you might have voted different options, but there, as I said, nothing, no answer was wrong. The technology has given us multiple ways. They have impacted in positive, and even there are side effects of technology. But that's fine. Let's now come to the topic of today. What exactly XR world? Before talking about AI, how AI is powering it, let's understand what we mean by extended real world. So primarily, initially it came like a virtual reality devices where you don't see real world. The whole environment is like you see with this type of glasses, devices, smart headsets. That's virtual reality where the whole environment is virtual, and you are interacting with that virtual environment. Let's see a quick clip of it, and you'll understand it more.
Except the Oasis. A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this, I'm dead. I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of the Oasis itself.
So this is virtual reality, virtual world, virtual people, and you might be interacting with them. Even touching them, experiencing them, it is all possible. So what we see in a movie, probably in 2-3 decades, everything becomes real. And then other form of reality is augmented reality, when we augment the real world with the content, digital content on top of the real world. We see the real world using the glasses like this. You have smart glasses, and you can see the real world as well as the digital content on top of it. And mixed reality is little advanced devices, just like one you have seen now. It can really understand the environment. Even in lighting condition, if you throw a virtual ball, it will really hit the floor. So these devices has that capability. So it is called mixed reality, where we have interaction power as well in the devices. Let's understand one example of this mixed reality.
It's just a squeeze me.
Wow.
Is this what recreational drugs feel like?
Guy, this world, it's a video game. And it's full of bad guys.
I'm a rule breaker. I'm a rattle chicka snaker.
We need you to be the good guy.
This was really interesting movie where a real person get inside a virtual world, virtual game, and that game is played in a spatial environment in the real world. So this is another kind of reality, but XR is not just about these head-mounted devices. You can also browse XR things or XR-based interfaces just on your browser. Even now, you can try in your phone, just search, for example, tiger on your browser, and you will see an option to get the tiger in your room. You'll be able to do that directly in your phone. There are mobile apps which can do all the wonder. Even not just that, you can have VR virtual experience also with the devices like this. They have capability to insert mobile phone inside them. And so your mobile phone is a big XR device already. And there are a number of other type of XR experiences. Let's see that. The smart mirror is one example. You can assume number of use cases of that smart mirror in anywhere, retail or in a showroom or car showroom or many wherever we can think of. And then there is a web XR category directly on browsing on your website. You can get things in your room just like I talked about. So in my book, these things are explained in quite detail. And then there is another set of devices, even whole body suits is coming to really get more and more immersive. Smart gloves are coming, smart rings are coming to control the interaction in the environment. Even projection-based displays like these projection fans are coming, which can also give you the 3D experiences. And even the drone-based experience, you might have seen these drone shows, which can bring the whole sky as a 3D experience. And recently, if you see on the picture on the right, that's Professor Mani from IIT Madras. They have developed a method to really experience the patterns on the image in a 2D picture. And you touch on the screen, you will be able to really sense the texture. Just like fabric, you are touching a fabric, you'll be able to touch the texture on the plane surfaces. And bringing this technology in XR devices is a mind-blowing concept, that you can really touch the through electromagnetic signals, etc., and through vibrations, and you really touch and feel the surfaces, digital surfaces. And there are number of gesture detection tooling is coming. So this is all about different ways of extending reality. And how this all thing really reignited. Apple Vision Pro, I would say, reignited this whole new conversation today. It's a really powerful device. And they actually given a new name to this whole thing, spatial computing. But if you look at the core is still the same, extended reality as overall. But when these technology get combined with AI, cloud, 5G, 6G network speed, Internet of Things, or decentralized networks like blockchain, then people are touting it like it is getting into the next stage of internet. That's what we are calling metaverse. That's where my part of this book, there are 4 to 5 chapters explaining this whole part, how these different technologies are taking us closer to the next stage of internet, that is metaverse. And we will be able to really stop making differences between real and virtual at that time. And then if you look at the current ecosystem, how For example, Meta has open source their operating system for their XR devices to other vendors. Google is coming up with another operating system called AXR, that's Android XR, which is very analogous to Android Auto. And they are working with the Samsungs and Qualcomms of the world. So there is a quite a good investment happening. And as per the latest reports, XR investment is growing multifold in next 5 years for enterprises use cases, especially around simulation and training and improving operational efficiencies of the business processes. And this is the report, recent ABI research talking about XR investment this year would grow from 17 to 36%, AI from 33% earlier to 43%. And use cases primarily are training, remote assistance, step-by-step guidance, and data or product visualization, etc. These are XR based stuff. And different industries are trying different use cases of XR in different forums. The important piece here is how industry is learning across. People might say, hey, this use case is only for retail, but actually, if the industry is trying to find the use cases, they will really be able to utilize them across industry. Training, onboarding is a universal use case. Operational efficiency improvement is a universal use case, applies everywhere. So is XR based thing. Now I'm transitioning closer to the core topic of today, that's about how AI would empower here, how AI would be helping, how there is a rise of spatially intelligent systems are happening. And that can only happen even if Apple has launched a computer, spatial computing, but that everything is being happened because AI is empowering this world. When we say AI, it is mostly around artificial intelligence, but here I'm talking about artificial sense. So before getting into artificial sense, let's understand how do we make sense of the world? The world around us, we sense by different ways. We have sensors in our body. We have eyes, ear, taste, tongue, touch. We have skin that has touch sensors in it, smell. So there are so many sensors in us, and then connected to our computing CPU, brain. And using that, we are able to sense the depth. We have two cameras, two different video feeds are going to brain and they're getting merged there. And then 3D perception is generated there. We can detect object live, voice recognition, airflow, even motion tracking of people, all physics concept we are able to visualize and experience, gravity and all these concepts. And another bigger thing is we have physical and psychological safety perception also. If I am trying to fall, I automatically detect, brain will automatically let me correct it. So how do I take actions? That is actuation. That in technology term, it is called actuators. These are small machines which triggered from when you give them power, they do the action desired to them. Similarly, in our body, we have a lot of actuators which get triggered, brain give them signal to trigger, and they do that. This is how we sense the world and interact with the world. Now, let us understand how technology can understand the virtual world. This is from Google's DeepMind project Astra.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AESCBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
That's right. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
What can I add here to make this system faster?
Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed.
What does this remind you of?
Schrodinger's cat.
All right, give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
Nice. Thanks, Gemini.
So this is how technology can really make sense of the world. They can almost do all the things. But looking at the dog, telling it's a dog, you might see, yeah, there is nothing big use case here. But it really has a lot of value when technology start getting these type of sense. How it get technology? It also needs sensors like cameras for sight, mics for hearing, gloves, etc. for touch screen, and then load of AI in brain and plugged with the computing resources, and number of sensors. For example, depth sensing, we need LiDAR sensors or other sensors which can really give you depth perception. And then there are AI-based algorithms are coming which can directly convert a 2D video feed to a 3D one. NIRF or there are other methodologies, Gaussian splatting algorithms, etc. are coming, which can convert your 2D world into 3D just by looking at the 2D thing. Object detection, voice recognition, and nothing new. They are there from a couple of years now in AI. Motion tracking, SLAM algorithm is about simultaneous localization and mapping. That's also there in many devices with gyroscope and other sensors in these devices are making it possible. And whole physics engine is there in many software tools like gaming. In games, there is a whole physics engine behind it. You might have seen many games kids are playing where the world building games and then moving people around there and jumping and all those. It's all physics there. And then there are artificial actuators, sensors, and even connected to brain. For that, BCI and all these things, brain-computer interfaces are coming. So this is all about, so looking at all this, yes, AI has power to sense the world. What it can bring, once we have sense of the world, space, context around us, we can start building applications that is aware of that sense. Just like mapping and navigation. Now, we are already doing that. If you are, for example, how the technology is helping us, if you are in a night driving, you actually switch on your map immediately. Even, for example, in Delhi, I switch map even if I know the route completely. Still, I follow the map. Because I can see with the technology, I can see what I cannot see from my eyes, from whatever my body limitation, I cannot see beyond certain limit. But with technology, I can do that. So similar power you are getting when you have bigger sense. Your applications will start building at different scale. when same application will running inside a room, it will have different interface. When you go outside your room on a road, the same application will behave differently. And when you are really flying or going to different countries, and that's how the scale will change for those applications. And so that's where the spatial computing systems are coming, and people are giving them different names. That's fine. Some are calling it volumetric apps. Recent latest name people are talking, but conceptually they are the similar thing. There might be opportunities to really bring equity for people who can't really do the physical thing. They can get with these technologies, they can get that equity. They would be able to do. People who can't see, they may be able to get the vision. If the people are having a blur vision with the XR technology embedded in, there are smart glasses are coming which can really enhance your vision. So similarly hearing, and similarly other ads. So this is where it is taking. And when we have this sense of the world, when we know around the world, not just world, we know around the people's brain, even the technology, computer vision is taken at this level that it can really scan your blood flow on your face. It can tell you whether you are agreeing to what I am talking or not. Right now, I don't have that algorithm, but we can build that can tell you that yes, you are agreeing to my thing or not. How you are taking what I am talking. Everything the computer can sense. So that is the level computer vision technologies are going. And all these things I have really covered in my book. That's exploring the metaverse. And the chapter 4 is all talking about how AI is empowering metaverse and why it is linked to XR, because XR is a core piece of metaverse. Then I have written this article about how really AI can empower the XR, how the space-aware AI is bringing new era of immersive applications. And XR is becoming interface, the display of AI. For example, you may not believe a chatbot. You may not believe OpenAI's ChatGPT because it is a textual information. When you are, for example, you want a treatment and the ChatGPT is responding to you. But think about the same response is given by your family doctor's avatar in a virtual world or a real world but virtual avatars. You may start believing that yes, this is the avatar is of my doctor and doctor is talking. So it is all different ways. So in this article, I talked about different ways how the user interaction is happening, their AI is helping, how face and body tracking is happening, where AI is making sense, and digital twin of the world AI is helping. AI is another thing is in XR world, there was a limitation few years ago, like building 3D model was a challenge. But now it's not that big challenge. You can turn a physical object into 3D in a small, really in a daytime or just in few days. Earlier, it was about months of time to really build a complex models. But now APIs like VLT Scan, Metaport, these are doing all the thing. Other use of XR in AI, that's a little opposite, that you can, for example, there are autonomous vehicle segment is coming, robotic movement, autonomous things are coming. How really they can be tested? How the algorithm in that will be tested? You need to really create a virtual fake city to test a autonomous vehicle before that vehicle can come on the road, right? Now, with XR, you can generate whole simulated environment. There are technologies like Carla-based simulation. NVIDIA is coming with Isaac Sim or Omniverse. There you can configure the whole system where the virtual city can be created and their algorithms can be tested. Your robotics, your things can be tested. And another thing I already talked about, how 3D model AI is a big role in creating this 3D generation. This is another example of volumetric app, OpenAI ChatGPT-4, where this is Sahil Khan, who is talking with his son, and then GPT interface itself automatically identify this is a conversation between son and father duo. So this is how just doing in conversation in front of them, and the system would know what is their relationship without any extra information provided to the system. So this is the level of interaction thing is coming back to so now we understand that, okay, artificial sense is coming. What we can do with that artificial sense? Let's have a second poll. I think it's okay. We can move on. So it is all about what all ability, if we have that sense, if I give that sense, artificial extra sense to you, what you want to really achieve. So that's where we understand the use cases. That's where what are the use cases of this combination AI and XR? Once you have and use case, you will automatically be able to identify. Reason is yeah. So this is poll 1. You can give answer. Yeah. So it's easy. If I give you, for example, if I give you enough money, then what all you want to do with that money? You automatically identify the use cases, right, in your domain. Similarly here, whether you'll really be able to read people's mind with that artificial intelligence, do you really want to teleport from one place to other place, or you want to really talk to your loved one who are no more with you? What that artificial power you want to use? So that's this poll. Yeah. So yeah, good that. Okay, 37% people want to change the world around you, and many people want to read other people's mind. Okay. And no one want to talk to loved one, which is okay. There is no wrong and right. But all these things, what we have mentioned here, eventually be possible in future. Partly they are now also possible. And just like I give an example of money, when you have enough money, you want to do n number of things, but to have enough money, you need to invest that money somewhere. Similarly, here also we have poll 3, please. We need to think where exactly we want to invest our effort. So for using AI, you need to really build AI in that fashion. Yeah. So these are, you see, these are certain use cases where we probably want to invest in if we have money, and then these use cases we want to take advantage of AI. Yeah. So there is a huge demand on improving the productivity. Faster training and onboarding, yes. Improve the compliance and security, yes. And reducing operational cost, yes. So there is and all these things are possible with using these technologies. Now let us understand how the communication between each other will change when we use this artificial intelligence. So how communication happen? Communication is all about transferring information from one place to other place. And for that, we need transporter or receivers in technology term. And to do bidirectional communication, we need transceiver on both sides. And humans are transceiver. Similarly, machines are now also transceivers. And communication is, in all these domains, communication is key. For education, we need communication. For training, onboarding, marketing, entertainment, consultation, customer support, coaching, or conferences, or getting together, we need communication. We are doing multiple ways of communication. And the challenges, there are challenges in communication, like language. People might have different languages, locations are different, culture are different. There is ability also, people have different ability to understand things at different speed. Situation might be different, people might not be ready to listen you, but if you start talking, then it will not have same impact. There are even financial background, educational background would impact. Even diversity and inclusion does impact the age, sex of the people, race, or their behavior or personal preferences. All these are challenges. But with technology, you can overcome all of them. You can have personalized education and training, because the system now understand what you want to learn, how you can learn, how much you have IQ, everything, what is getting in your brain, you will start believing, and what you are just listening, everything system will be, system knows. And that artificial systems, it knows this, so that you can even have targeted marketing, and you can have targeted influence creation. This is very risky aspect as well, but this is the thing, one of the things of spatial computing, where you would understand people, not you, the machine would understand the people well, and machine will assist you in communication. So you may be a virtual communication agent, like a virtual sales agent, that is assisting you and telling you who will get influenced by what they would need, everything from their social behavior, their like how these today's AI world is generated. It is all generated based on what we are talking on internet, right? What we have talked on social media or internet or the websites, the whole data combined, making those LLMs, making those GPTs of the world to really start talking naturally, in natural language. Now, similarly, your behavior, how you are reacting to certain, how you are responding, automatically the system will know the person, what is the next thing I should tell to the person to get him convinced or her convinced on the thing that this targeted marketing needed. So you can think of the whole customer support, whole teaching methodologies, whole training methodologies going to change. And other thing is, we might say, okay, this is fine, but important piece is AI-based agents, they will not have fatigue like human. They will be available 24/7. You may have doctors placed in hospital 24/7. They can do all the basic checks. Why a human needed there to do those checks? So this is the level of uses of wherever the communication use case is coming. If you are an insurance agent, for example, why you need a person to go? Person really can't understand other persons, whether the person is getting. They have set of patterns by which they can sell things. But computer will be able to sell in a variety of ways what the person would ready to listen, and they would throw those ideas. So whole sales mechanism is going to use it, whether we like it or not. It does not matter. This is how industry is adopting it, and you can see how ChatGPT has been adopted. Every system now have a tab open, ChatGPT. Other is trust building by visualizing AI. XR can really, now it will come next level. When you see a virtual avatar talking, you don't see the chatbot is responding, but you see a photorealistic person talking to you. And after some time, you stop making differences between the real and the virtual person. Just like once we are in a movie, after some time, we feel part of that movie. If the movie is that great, that is the immersion level I am talking. And the scale where the demand is, demand to reach every person. Companies are trying to reach to every person. Now you cannot generate that many people to reach to everywhere, but AI based system, they can. So whole advertisement market is very much disrupted by this type of thing. Do we really need advertisement on TV when someone can really be a personalized, what I need in AI system is telling, I will believe on that system rather than watching a ad and inside TV or a metro station, etc. So that everything going to impact by this artificial sense. Other thing is how the worker capability is changing. This is the piece where all of you voted around productivity improvement. Now, systems are continuously, how do we work? We work rather than we work with machines. Even computer, I call it machine. I'm not just calling the machine which is a motor, etc. Computer is also a machine. So we work with machine and day by day complexity of work is increasing. Even if it is doing the ease of work, machine is doing many work, then thing, we just need to press a button to do so many things. Still, working complexity is increasing. Compliance and safety regulations are increasing. Hybrid work with machine and robots are coming together to work. People are remote. Some people are remote. So there are things happening. And then challenges like aging labor shortage, outdated knowledge in industry, and traditional trainings. The new Gen Z is coming to take over us, and we are thinking that we will train them with PDF document. This is all going to change. They are gadget savvy more than us. And then there are other challenges with humans like fatigue, mental stress, different situation, we behave differently. We have emotional state. Someone might not have great situation at home. Now expecting that same productivity is a problem. But these AI systems assisting humans will actually improve humans' capability. They would automatically know where the person need training, which all actions the person need more practice. So they will guide that person. Not just that, they will not let us miss any single step. The technology, there is a camera on the working environment that is continuously detecting our space and telling you what we need to do. Even it will not allow to follow the unsafe practice. If I am not wearing helmet, the gate will not open. If I'm not wearing helmet, my bike will not start. So there are so many things possible. Pre-trials and simulations. I can be able to try the product without it is yet to come. I can try before that. I can do a particular action multiple times. For example, in hospitals, doctors can do operation virtually multiple times. In a virtual body, they can try. Right now also they do trial on banana, peeling banana and stitching that, and all these practices doctors do. But all these practices can be done in XR in very realistic manner. In India also, many hospitals recently have tried. If you search on Google, in Chennai, there is a hospital, they tried Vision Pro device or HoloLens to do many things. Now I'm coming to the next. In interest of time, I need to be really fast. With this additional sense, we can really go beyond our physical boundaries. Right now, our creativity, our art or imagination is within the boundary. For example, we are thinking about Earth, we can do on the Earth, or we can do, if someone is not yet seen the Delhi city, they can only imagine the city. If someone, for example, I may remain in a village only for my whole life, then I may not think about what is happening in Delhi, how can help in Delhi. But with XR, we can think beyond. I may not have affordability to experience, go to moon, but I can do this thing in XR. Situations are changing. Like soon, these devices will become so common. These smart glasses will come at this level. Now think about experiencing of a travel to a Europe tour. Only people who, it will be very costly in future. Only people who can afford physical travel, they will do physical. And people who cannot afford the physical tour, they will do the virtual tour only. This is how the divide will be happening in the thing. That is also a very risky item. XR or technology is being treated like a drug. This is how even virtual therapies are coming. This has the same impact on our dopamine and our dose, the serotonin, oxytocin. These hormones are getting changed the same way as we meet people in the real or virtual. It's a similar behavior. These are statistics reports are out there at Forbes and many places. As I said, all these use cases which we are talking, nothing is free. There is a huge cost to it. One of the biggest thing is, in one line, if I need to talk, machine would know us well. They will continuously detecting us, what we are, what we can do, what is our capability, everything machine knows. But irony is, human would not know what machine is thinking. That is the biggest problem happening. And machine will start producing content. Even today, what is happening, the whole content around the world is generated by human. The chat GPT, etc. They are working on human generated content. But in few years down the line, even content will be generated more by machines. And now machines will getting trained by their own content. Now think about the situation of the future. It would be a challenging thing. Privacy, identity will be a risk. We will be more vulnerable around these. We'll be more dependent on tech. Social isolation, probably in certain way, XR may be solving in mental issues, etc., social therapies, but there are more side effect of it. Awareness is not there. People will adopt it without being aware of the technology. Sustainability is questionable. Jobs will be at risk. It will be shifting, transition happening. Whether these solutions are viable, still a questionable thing. Bearability. One query on chat GPT needing around 500 ml of water. So this is the level of resource consumption happening. We can think of where we are going. What next? What we can do? Should we not use the technology? Probably that's not the option. Only way is collaborative effort from academia, industry, business, government bodies, government or people. They come together and start contributing in creating awareness. Use these technologies wisely. Contribute in building standards, practices, open ecosystem. So in future, the projects will be in collaboration with these institutes, these entities. So this is my last slide. And I think I take some extra time, but I'm happy to take questions. And if any discussion needed, we can also discuss offline.
Thank you so much, Kuldeep. So I think we'll take some questions. Let me start with one question. So it was indeed a nice presentation. How does ThoughtWorks, follow the way forward you described? If you can please brief us all on this.
Yeah. So ThoughtWorks is very much a community-driven organization. There are a lot of community internally which are focusing on many things. For example, open source contribution. There are a number of open source ThoughtWorks has done. How really software should be built? What are the standards and practices should be done? We have, even for XR development, we have open sourced a tool called ADM. Even the normal software development industry knows that Selenium, etc., are open source by ThoughtWorks. Even for health industry, there is a Bamini tool. Recently, they completed 500 installations across Africa and Asia in a low hospital region. Whole hospital management system is open sourced.
Okay.
So these are the type of thing ThoughtWorks is doing. And also working with academia like IIT, Bombay, Madras. I am also part of Metaverse India Policies and Standards group,
Okay.
who will be making policies for India with the judges from Supreme Court and others. So there are some contribution, but I think it is needed more. Even ThoughtWorks is doing some kind of there is a Green Cloud Foundation, Green Software Foundation, where ThoughtWorks is contributing there. Even the cloud software, how much carbon that cloud software is consuming or producing.
Okay.
That is the statistics, that level of work we are doing.
Great.
But yeah, this is needed much more than this one, more contribution.
Right. So let me take in another interesting question. I mean, quite relevant for many of us. How is that Google Maps misguide us? Is someone, Miss Aninda Ghosh, I'm sorry, Aninda Ghosh has asked this question, and why cannot artificial intelligence control the same?
Yes, eventually it will control. And by the way, without artificial intelligence, it's not there. Even Google Map is using behind the scene load of algorithms to computations to give you the outcome. But it all depends on how people use. More people will use, more intelligence will come.
Right.
Lesser will use, lesser intelligence. So it is a very, we are making those system powerful, and future is all about that. Metaverse or whatever I am talking, Facebook and Twitter and all, who made them so powerful that they can influence the narrative of the country. So we are making them powerful.
Right. Another question, that's again interesting. We have recently witnessed the Microsoft outage, right, where several industries were, impacted. So, uh, how could this crisis like this be managed with artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so artificial intelligence is based on history. So based on history, it starts producing, but it has all other side effects. Like it can start giving you misguide if it start producing its own intelligence. And what happened to Microsoft? This is definitely a thing to be monitored. So the more monitoring, more observability, and of course AI system which automatically, because there is always a pattern of of the system. Nothing happens at the suddenly. Whenever the impact is growing bigger, if we probably maybe not able to stop everything, like stop all the side effects, but some of them, if we can reduce the impact with AI, that is the only thing can be done. With more observability, more looking at the pluggable systems, and of course more investment in automation, testing, trials. So,
right. Let's take one more question. I believe we can take it. We understand. I mean, We are about to actually supposed to finish formally this session, but let's take one more question. And it's very interesting again. How do we safeguard data privacy and data leak with the technologies that you had mentioned in your presentation?
So there are multiple ways industry is trying. There are multiple standards, like there are AIEEE safety standards are being built. There are multiple consortium like responsible tech around XR. So these groups, these entities, as I said, collective action is needed. Not
Right.
just one-sided action will not help. So for example, the device building, there should be, in my opinion, there should be a rules and regulations on building XR devices. Like they can't replicate people on randomly. If avatars are generated, they should be authorized by me. Only I should be able to generate my avatar, not others. Now, how to make it? This is where the policies and standards coming. The government and agencies, entities, solution providers, even so everyone need to come together to build this.
Right.
And if devices are not allowing me to do wrong thing, so these security and privacy or identity that need to be blocked at the point where it can be penetrated. So there are boundaries. The lowest boundary it need to be freezed so that every other peripheral system it is hard.
Great. Thank you so much, Kuldeep. And I think there are a couple of more questions, but I think it's time for us to close this session formally here. So I would like to thank you, Kuldeep, for the insightful presentation and also answering the queries from our attendees. We trust the audience, gained valuable knowledge today. And for further inquiries, please reach out to Kuldeep, or you may please write to us. We will be more than happy to connect you with Kuldeep and Thoughtworks team. We are eager to facilitate these connections with the Thoughtworks technologies. And this concludes today's session. And we anticipate meeting you all again soon uh, on through, on such webinars or probably in some in-person conferences. So with this, we announce the formal, closing this conversation, this session today. Once again, on behalf of entire Express Computer team, we thank you, Kuldeep. We thanks the ThoughtWork team, and we thank all the attendees who were there, on this for this presentation. Thank you so much.